up here. Move out my way. What up, what up, what up? How's it going, people? Episode 66 of the Let Me Know Show. And down here at the bottom, if my fingers will come in, we got James. Wait, that way. James from Jurrasic Jungle. What's up, dude? How's it going?
Hey, good. How about you?
What's good, James?
We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Glad to get you on the show. We've been going back and forth for probably about 8, 9 months, something like that, talking. Looking to meet up and go to a New York show. Just never worked out, but it's nice to see a face instead of just like, being on a keyboard and all that.
Yeah, just messaging back and forth.
Yeah, it gets crazy. But before we get into this, Stan, if you want to make your announcement, buddy, get it out there nice and early.
Yeah. So back to, don't want to bring up crazy things again, but the GoFundMe has gave me some issues back from the auctions for my wife. So anybody that's in the chat, or if you guys know somebody that might have been there, if they've sent money to the GoFundMe anytime after June 16th and on, you should be getting your refund back. If anybody thinks they may have sent it to the GoFundMe, you can just DM me on my IG page and I'll get back to you. But we'll see what happens. I mean, that was the last email I got. So banks get rich off other people. So everybody make sure you're on top of your toes with your bank accounts. And
right on.
Especially if you have a wife and you guys got separate accounts, make sure you guys are on each other's paperwork. Yep,
because they make money when you put it in there. We were just talking about it backstage. But banks are screw banks. I don't like them, but we need them. Yeah, it's how they work.
I mean, I do have a list of everybody, but I've already talked to some people and they kind of already know what's going on. I just didn't expect the GoFundMe to take so long to give everybody their return.
All right. Let's see who we got out there in the chat. Ro was up in here first. What's up, Ro?
Good, Ro.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for your service,
Daddy.
brother.
What up, Bone Daddy? Vinny.
What up, Vinny?
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
TY, Wall Climbing Reptiles. What up, dude? Nice to see you around.
Blue, too. Don't be fooling around.
Oh, I got him. I got him blue.
All right.
I was on it. What up, Wiz? Good.
Good, Wiz.
Sammy. What up, Sammy? What you got down there?
I'll blow them up.
Little green.
Good.
Oh, there she is.
That's an anaconda.
You on your phone?
Yeah, sadly.
Brave adventure.
What happens if you turn your phone sideways?
Yeah, if you turn it sideways, it'll show the whole picture. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. We'll
bring
get
it
him
over
into
a little bit. Is that an anaconda?
Yeah, little boy anaconda.
Oh, nice.
It's hard to show snakes on that camera when you're first getting it, so we all understand that struggle.
Yep.
What up, Blakers? Thanks for coming in.
Let's go, Blakers. Did you skip over Brave?
No, I got Brave.
All right.
What up, Cat Eyes? Thanks for coming in.
Cat Eyes.
We got Nate from NKSD Reptiles.
Nasty
Thanks
Nate in
for
the building.
coming in. Nasty Nate. More Forge. What's up, John?
What's going on,
Thanks for coming
John?
in. Nikki from Irresistibles. How's it going?
Nikki, Kurt. Thank you, Nikki, for earlier.
Oh.
I'll get up with you after the show, Nikki. Thank you so much.
Python Patrol. I don't believe you're blue. I will get you now. Well, hey, I'm trying. I ain't totally slacking.
All right.
Thanks for giving me some credit. Oh, there's another one. Gene Chaser. What's up, Aiden? Thanks for coming in. I'll get you, Blue.
Dream Chaser was over in Elias's chat earlier.
That's what's up. Out. Thanks for coming around. How far? There's my buddy Jay Greenline. What up, Jay? Thanks for coming in. Jay? Let's take James off of the.
I got him. I got him.
Upstate Tom, what up, dude? You got the controls? Because I think we're both clicking them. And if you got them, you got them. I'll back off.
Oh, we're good.
What's up, Tom? What you want me to take over a chat? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I didn't know if you was or not. It just seemed like we both was clicking. So, I mean, if you want to take it over, you can take it over.
Anything's possible. You know what I mean?
I just didn't want to,
What's good, Will?
Be double clicking. I mean, I know we all double dipping up in here, but yeah, it's on you. It's on you. You got it. Take her away, Stan. All right. Since he's got that. So, James, how's it going, bud? Like I said, we've been talking back and forth about a lot of things and going to shows and stuff. And just from getting to know you a little bit, you got quite a diverse collection. You don't seem like you stick to one thing. It's like you got a little bit of everything. Like, what are you doing over there? You got a jungle for sure.
I definitely do. I got gators, I got caimans, I got on the snake side Burmese pythons, reticulated pythons, ball pythons, king snakes, milk snakes. Started getting pine snakes and bull snakes. What else do I got? I got
any mangroves over there?
No, I wish. I used to. Well, the one coolest snake I ever had was a blue insularis pit viper.
Ooh.
That was the coolest snake, that unique, I used to have a handful of venomous snakes, but having 3 kids now, it's a little bit sketchy having,
What's up, Justin?
What up, dude?
Yo.
Yeah, having the hots in the house with the kids. Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Could potentially pose problems, but it's good to get them out. So that takes a lot of nerve to get into the venomous ones. Like, I mean, if you have training, I'm for it. But I don't like seeing these people. I'm not going to name names. We don't do that. But there's people on YouTube, IG, or whatever that you can tell do not have training with these snakes, and they're trying to show them off, and like they're
get attention.
Yeah, they're like inches away from getting struck, and I'm like, this is not good for our community. What are you doing? You don't need to be doing this.
Drawing attention.
Yeah, you're drawing the wrong attention, and like if you have the skill and like the training to take care of hots, by all means, yes, do it. If you don't get into it just because you think they're cool. Yeah. I mean, you're going to get bit sooner or later.
All about when.
Right? All about when. Mm-hmm. And we've been talking, in the chats about bioactive. You have some bioactive enclosures? Like,
yeah.
What all goes into that?
I have about like 2 bioactive enclosures. I used to have about 20, but I'm in the process of moving, and
right.
I don't know when I'm going to be fully done. I built a building. It's a 15 by 20 storage, pretty much.
What up, Eddie?
And that's where all my gators are at
nice
location. So those were the big move first. I had to build a custom filtration system so that, I'm not there all the time. Make sure it doesn't overload. And I'm now moving all the ball pythons this week to the place I'm moving into for right now. And it's a long process because I got to build big custom enclosures for my Burmese pythons, the anacondas.
Right.
But yeah, back to the bio. I like certain animals I like to use for bioactive enclosures, and other ones I don't. I haven't used them for ball pythons yet because I was breeding, have a bunch of snake racks. I think they do better in snake racks. As soon as I put them in a bigger enclosure, they get like freaked out, and they're all stressed.
Yeah.
They won't eat, and then it's a nightmare trying to feed them.
Right.
And getting acclimated to, say, like a Zoo Med.
Yeah.
18-inch by 18 by, 15 or whatever.
Whatever they are. I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a pain.
You talking about the ball pythons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? They're used to being in dark holes, so they don't mind being in those tubs. And people think it's like you're being cruel to them, but it's really not.
Yeah.
We was at the zoo Sunday, and there was supposed to be a ball python in the same enclosure with this huge Burmese. Man, we didn't see no ball python in there. They had like mixed species of snakes together and like in different enclosures. It was weird.
I learned that lesson early on when I got into these balls, because I've only been doing like snakes, especially for like 3 years, going on 3 years. And one of the first ones that I bought, Beckers, what up, dude? But one of the first ones that I bought, I thought I was going to keep it in an aquarium because I didn't build racks yet, because I was just learning, and I had plastic tubs and heat packs, and the one I had in an aquarium just would not eat at all. And then I got, I built a rack system with heat tape, and that girl just laid for me today, and she had a 12-egg clutch, and she was a 2021 baby. This is her first year from 2021, and she gave me 12 eggs. They're all viable, all got veins. One of them has a really thin shell, though, and it feels really smooth. It's a little weird, so I don't know if that one's going to make it or not. But you got, with you, James, I know you probably did some breeding. Have you ever gotten a ball python egg that is real smooth and real kind of mushy? The other ones are tight. This one,
like it's an unfertile egg, but it's not.
Yeah, but it has veins.
Yeah, some of them it seems like if it's like the last one or maybe the first egg, sometimes that happens. I had probably.
What's up, Chris?
How many? There's probably about 4 in the one clutch that I had out of 9 eggs that were like that, and they were totally fine. I don't know if that causes any issues down the line after incubating them, or if you have to incubate them properly. I'm not I never got fully into breeding ball pythons like some of the other guys. I had about 300 ball pythons, and probably about 100 of them I was breeding.
Wow.
That's a pretty big number.
That's pretty big. I got 12 going this year, and I'm like, that's a lot.
I got about 30 now. I'm trying to get rid of 20 more of them. It's hard when you want to, get rid of them all at once, and I don't want to get rid of them, but kind of have to for right now.
Yeah, I mean, with the market the way it is, hit and miss. I mean, people could say, they do good well here, or they do well there, or their morph market's doing well, or they're doing well at shows. But all in all, the numbers are down. And we've talked about this before, and there's many reasons why this happened. I don't think it was this reason or that reason. It was a combination of reasons. But it's going to be, realistically, in my mind, 5 years before this market comes back. And, you got other people saying, we'll be back 1 or 2 years. And I just think they're hoping. I really think it's going to be 5 years before we're seeing any kind of pleasable market that would make people want to get into this again.
It seems like there's too many people out there trying to, breed ball pythons now and sell them at the shows. Like when I go to that New York show.
What's up, Smeg?
A lot of people that come through, they're like, oh my God, this guy got ball pythons too. Nothing new,
What state you in?
What's that?
What state you in?
I'm in PA, but I go all over. I go to New York, Tinley, Florida.
So you do the White Plains show then?
So I haven't done a show in Florida, but
No, White Plains, New York. I'm talking about.
Oh, New York? No, I never even heard of that one. I go to the Niagara one.
Okay.
And that's the one I've been wanting to go with him, but I was telling you guys about it. It just never seems to work out. It's like, it looks like I could go, especially that last one. It was all good up to like 2 days before. And then my mom was like, well, this fell through and you got to pick up your brother. And he like lives 2 hours away. So there was just no way I was going to drive to State College to Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, back to State College, and then get up early in the morning and enough to drive to Pittsburgh to see you. It was just like, yeah, that's too much. In the first one, it's just like the money wasn't there for me to go. I mean, it just wasn't financially, good at that time. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I'll get there sooner or later.
Yeah, I dropped my prices like another 20% on what I was already selling.
Right.
I'm selling probably like $50 less than everybody else, something similar that they were selling. And the last show I sold about 4 snakes. I was hoping I was going to sell more.
On that mission.
I was like, darn, so I don't look at it anymore going to these shows and making money. I just go, to have a good time.
Right. And that's all I want to do. But we got to pause the show for one of the. You guys rock. That is something we do here. You're probably new to it. It's probably mortified you for the night. But that's something we do when we hit 20. It's called the Truffle Shuffle. I mean, who don't know what the Truffle Shuffle is?
You should get the shuffle tattooed on your gut. Why not?
Yeah, the shuffle. Maybe. I don't know. I'm crazy. I'll do a little bit of everything. So I know I need to get this one
painted on there for you with some fingernail polish.
I got to get this one covered up. That's on there. It's a nickname I had when I was a kid, and like I was skinny in my 20s. Now that I got a gut, it's all stretched out and like got all these holes in it. Like,
so it was normal letters. Now it looks like graffiti letters, is what he's trying to say.
They still kind of look the same. They're just lighter and bigger. I mean, my tattoo grew about an inch. I mean, in all reality, it just got bigger.
That's what she said.
I mean, if you're hearing that, you got something right. That's a major pause. So, James, where are you trying to go with this reptile thing? Are you trying to turn this into like a full-fledged business, like where you're doing this all the time, or is this like something of a hobby with you?
It's always been a hobby. The ball pythons were just kind of like help support the hobby when I bred them to sell them, because I never really made any money, doing it. Plus, I wasn't too aggressive with it. When I go to these shows, I'm more or less, wandering around, and I have somebody either sitting at the table, or like when I go to the New York show, there's a couple kids that are family with the guy that runs it.
Right.
They usually come over and I'll start talking to them, and I'm like, hey, is it all right if, watch the table? I go to the bathroom or whatever, and usually turns into them running the table for like 3 hours. And I'm like, I mean, if you guys are cool with it, I'll hook you guys up with some money or whatever. I mean,
right.
I tell them, I'm like, they're like, oh, well, if you didn't sell that many snakes, you didn't make any money. And I'm like, it's not about the money. I go to the show to have a good time, meet new people, educate kids and adults that ask me all these random questions about snakes and whatnot. But hey, I'm doing the Pittsburgh Reptile Show, I think, this weekend. And further on from that, I finally got into the one in Cheswick.
All right.
They moved to the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. So if you're ever interested.
This weekend.
Sunday.
It's only a Sunday show?
Yeah.
I might actually come, because everything should be good. I mean, that's only like a 2-hour ride. I mean, it's not too bad. So
it's about a half an hour drive for me.
I got to start making a presence at these shows, because I do plan on, vending one day when I get, everything right to do it. I mean, I don't beat around the bush. I don't have the money to go out and to buy, these display cases and stuff. So I'm going to have to do one thing at a time. But I don't want to do it until I got everything right. You know what I mean? I don't want to go do this half-ass, show up and have a half-ass name. So it's going to take me 3 to 4 years to probably get everything I need to start doing this. But when I do, what's up, Anna? When I do, it's going to be like, man, that dude's got some stuff over there. Keep an eye on him. We're working some shit over here.
I'll be honest with you, though. If you can go to any kind of bigger show where Freedom Breeder's showing up or ARS, you can definitely get display cases, even racks, way cheaper.
At shows?
Way cheaper. Oh, yeah.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure last year, if I'm not mistaken, I know they probably went up since, a year ago, obviously. Everything's went up since a year ago.
Right.
But no thanks to, well, never mind. Anywho, they were like I think they were $375 at the show last year in Daytona.
That's a good price.
And
That's
I think
not bad.
they were ARS ones because they were colored. I don't think the Freedom Breeder does all the color like ARS, or it's vice versa. But they were like
sure on that.
$375, and now I think they're like $5 something, and you got to pay for the case separate. By the time you're done, one display rack is like $900 with shipping.
Yeah.
At least for me in Florida, anyways. You know what I mean? And it ain't the shipping part that's so much.
Right. Has anyone priced shipping snakes out lately? It just took like a $20 hike from what they usually was.
Hey, Carissa.
70.
What up, Carissa? Well, I mean, I just priced something going to Arizona, and it was like $95
Wow.
for my house.
I'm
And
already
then-
here, John. I'm already here. 25 minutes, I can be in Daytona. I'm already here.
Right. Are you going to Daytona this year, James?
I don't know.
I'm in.
You want to go?
I'm looking for
Okay.
someone to go, like to ride down with to split the expense, because I guess my daughter and girlfriend can't go. So it's just like I got the okay to go. So I'm just like, do I fly? Do I drive? What do I do? And it's just like, well, you said you go to Florida show, so if you're going, like we could pitch in, like maybe get even someone else to pick up along the way that wants to go. Start doing these carpools to these bigger shows.
Yeah, I'm down. I don't mind. So I'm going to Animal Con. If you want to, if
What's
you're
that?
interested in Animal Con.
Is that the one in Atlanta?
Honestly, I forget where it's at.
I'll look it up.
I drew a blank. It's in October. I know it's in October. I missed it last year. I was supposed to.
I think it's in Atlanta.
But I know it's a 17-hour drive from here, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive all the way down there." But my buddy from New York that runs that show, Dustin, he said if he's still, if we're still gonna meet up, he's gonna come down to Pittsburgh, and then I'm gonna drive the rest of the way. So I mean, if you're interested in that too, if you want to come.
No, that's 2025. Where's the 2024 show at?
Hey, Ken, you reading that?
I'm putting product together. Now I should start selling display cases for 60 to 100 for. Huh. Good. I'll be in touch. That ain't so bad. I could get on one at a time. Like that's reasonable. I could afford that. I'm seeing June 21st through the 25th in Austin, Texas. AVMA Convention Center. Wait, there's one October 4th through 6th, 2024, Animal Con USA. But where's it at?
Somewhere in Florida.
Orlando, Florida. Yeah, it's in Orlando.
Okay.
Oh, when is it?
Yeah. October 4th through 6th.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Orlando, Florida. So, I mean, I don't know if we go to Daytona, because that's like mid-August. If I go to that one, I don't know, October's, that's like a month and a half away, so I could probably pull some funds together to go to that as well. But then I want to hit Tenley too, because I haven't been to a Tenley show, and that's going to be mid-October. So that's like probably the following week after that. So I got to look at all these because it's like, you know, I'm not the richest person in the world, so you know I got to kind of. And I don't like to make commitments that I don't do either. I don't like, hey, yeah, I'll be there and then not go. I mean, that's just.
I'll just have to drag you down with me, I guess. You'll just have to go for a ride.
There's some shipping charges right there for you. You just shipped out.
Yeah, see, like shipping prices went up a little bit. I don't know if that's just the FedEx thing. If you can go, because I mean, I support Redline shipping 100%, and I don't know if Redline has plans to do it, but you know, I'm not against at least saying what other companies are doing. But Ship Your Reptiles is now also shipping through UPS. I don't want to, you know, step on anything with Robin. I mean, we're not sponsored or anything. I mean, if I was, I wouldn't be mentioning Ship Your Reptiles if you hear this, Robin. Speaking of Robin, did you see his post today on Instagram?
I didn't see
about your superpower. We asked that question, and well, you can answer it now. What superpower do you wish you have? Like, we asked everyone that question, and Robin actually posted it on Instagram. And I'm like, I see you, Robin. Heck yeah, I liked it. So, James, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Dang, I don't even know. Probably shouldn't say it on this show.
Well, I was a fan of invisibility because, you know, if I wanted to be a perv and check some girl out, I could just, you know, check her out in the shower. I mean, if I wanted to fly somewhere, I could just, you know, if I needed money, I could just go into a bank. But, like, you know, after asking everyone these questions and then answering Robin's, mine was a little bit different today. I wish I had, like, the genie power. I could grant wishes, like yours, mine, everyone's. I could just grant any wish, unlimited, you know, make a wish, and I'll manifest it for you. That's my superpower.
I'm going to need a bottle of rub. I need my...
Yeah,
I said no bottle.
Until Ken's in a damn bottle for the next 150 years for somebody finds him on a deserted beach somewhere.
I don't need a bottle to grant your wish, and you get more than 3. See, I don't have rules like this, Genie. You know what I mean?
Fairy Odd Parents. Your kids ever watch that?
Yeah. My kids watched that growing up. Yeah. I forget which one it is, but I remember that cartoon. I think it was the youngest one. Because that was only like 10 years ago, Fairly Odd Parents. That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Somewhere around 10, 12 years.
Yeah. So it was probably my youngest that was watching it. Let me blow that back up.
I think I'd like laser vision.
So like X-ray vision?
Yeah.
Laser.
Shoot some lasers right out my eye.
All right. I mean, if you want to fuck some shit up, I guess that would be a good one. But I like peace. I want to make peace, not war. But
no, I don't want no war. I mean, I'm like a pyromaniac. Me and my son love shooting fireworks off, you know, in the holidays.
So you can make your own.
You know what? Instead of keep bending down and
Rare Genetics. What's up, dude?
What's up, Rare Genetics? Better turn them blue.
Oh, it's in the process.
Get that sucker from like a 20-mile radius, you know.
You go hunting with it, you know. Just be like, yeah. I mean, there's a deer. All right.
There's a buck over yonder. Let me get it real fast.
Yeah. Let me adjust. Let me feel the wind. All right. Yeah.
You guys want a pig roast? I got you.
I mean, you're from, you know, southwestern Pennsylvania. I grew up there. I grew up in Uniontown. And, like, one of the things that was always big with us is, like you know, you go get a bunch of wild game and you throw it together and you just have a wild game, like, barbecue. Like, This rednecks always did that. When we was kids, the parents would even come and be like, yeah, your boys did good. Shit. Meanwhile, like, the cats are missing around town and there ain't no birds flying. You be killing everything.
You got any of those small crocs behind you? What's in all those totes behind you?
Show and tell.
Let's see what you got.
Some ball pythons.
Pull out anything. Pull out one of those retics.
You want to see my balls?
Those
What's up,
balls,
Patrick?
yes. What up, Pat? Brother Luke. How's it going,
Little
dude?
brother Luke. What's up, my brother?
What'd you say? You want to see my what?
My balls.
Well, I mean, those type of balls, yeah.
Which balls?
Those, the snakes.
I would say pythons.
It's not cool on this now.
We got 24 up in the chat. Thank you guys for showing up. It's appreciated.
I'll pull something big out for you.
Oh, get it what she said. Pull the big one out. Good, Luke. We're good. How about yourself, brother?
So how do you go blue? You get monetized.
When I turn people blue in here, it just means that you're a moderator of the channel. If like those like fake people come in, like the whatever they're called, you could block them. Oh, that's a big snake. What is that? A rock python?
This is a berm.
Ooh, listen at it. Yeah, we hear it hissing. What up, Bill?
Just a huff and puffer.
She's a huffy and puffy.
Yeah.
All show and no go.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to take a chance right now because she's in shed, but this is you'll see this on some of my videos. This one's where my youngest kisses on the nose.
Cool.
So everyone's like, "Oh my God, that's a huge snake, and it's gonna choke your kid to death." And I'm like, "No, watch this." My daughter holds it.
That doesn't look like just a normal berm, though.
No, this is what the heck's in this? This one has hypo, and I think she said it was dwarf.
Okay.
Something dwarf. I'll have to
What's up, Shangy?
I don't even know if Burmese have a dwarf gene in it yet, but
So
I'm not
if
sure.
if you want to know, these Dylan, oh man, what is it?
These balls?
These balls exotics. Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is. These balls and exotics.
right.
He's got some beautiful berms, man. I mean, so if you want to know, I'd hit him up. You know what I mean? DM him
Yeah,
because he's into berms big time. Him or Eric B. I don't know if you know Eric B.
If I seen his channel, or if you don't have a channel, if I seen his face before, then probably.
He's around the Pittsburgh area, so you've probably seen him at shows and stuff.
He does a lot. He gets on a lot of IG lives.
He's got the Eric Cartman figure in his logo. So if you've seen the South Park Eric Cartman like snake logo, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah, I have 3 Burmese pythons, and they're all just pets, I would say. Never tried breeding them. 2 of them supposed to be a female, and 1 of them supposed to be a male. The male's really mean.
There he is. He says, "I see a berm."
What's up, Bill? Oh, he's in here, huh?
Yep, we just talking about you, Eric. Yep.
See, someone pulls out a berm and he shows up. It's like if you say HRA too many times, prophecy will pop in here.
At least I can pull out a ball, get all the freaks out, huh?
What do you think that is, Eric? You're a berm guy.
David, thanks for coming in, dude.
Here's a better picture.
That's a big snake, dude.
I know this is a smaller one. You want to see a bigger retic?
Yeah, of course.
Oops. My bad.
My bad.
No.
What up, dude?
What up, Justin?
My bad. I had keys actually just left by like 5 minutes ago.
That's cool,
Hey,
dude.
they're just driving home now, or are they driving home tomorrow?
No, they're driving home now. Actually, he had his daughter's graduation and stuff, so he's with them all day. And he wanted to stop by and grab some of those ASLs on his way out.
Oh man,
Right on.
they're gonna get home late.
They're gonna go late. That's what I said. You get 5.5
Like
hours.
3:30 in the morning, somewhere around there.
217 pythons. Will, what's up? I don't know if we said what's up, but what's up, dude?
30 in the morning.
Oh, he's getting the hook out. This must be a feisty one.
I just don't want to get bit by her.
Hey, you never be too cautious.
Yep.
Noodles, spicy.
Hit me up, Luke, if you need somebody to talk to, bro. You know that.
Eric said hypo het granite by looking at it.
Hypo granite?
Het granite.
What up, everybody in the chat? What up?
Oh boy.
Oh
Trying
boy.
to catch up. I'm trying to catch up on this chat, but it's popping over here.
Woo!
That's a big one. Oh my.
That's a
that's a big
retake
ass
right
snake.
there. That's a retake.
Look at it.
That's a retake right there.
Ready to see mama?
Dude,
That's
dude,
gorgeous.
round of applause for getting that thing out. Hell yeah, dude.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Look at her.
That's a big girl, boy.
You ain't got to worry about getting the right angle on her. It's usually she's up there. She's all angles.
Right?
He's big.
There we go. Let me stand up with her.
How much
What's
do you
up,
say
David?
she weighs?
She's probably about 50 pounds.
Really? That's all? I figured it'd be more than that.
I'm not too great on getting the right amount of weight, but I'm thinking like 50 pounds.
That's a big
How
snake.
how long is she?
About 15 foot.
I bet you she weighs more than 50, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying 80 to 100
Might be.
at least.
Yeah. At least 80, 60 to 80 pounds, something like that. Gotta be definitely a beast.
That's a big girl, though. She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Well, thank you. She probably she eats about 5 rabbits, about 6 pounders.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
There she goes.
30 pounds of food?
Yup.
Hey, you either give them small or you give them one big meal. I mean, that's what we used to do with our berms. I mean, retake's a little different, but I know the berm, we used to just give them one rabbit at a pop.
If I got the rabbit of the size, I can give her the whole pot, but
Yeah.
She's knocked the stuff over.
Yup.
She's like, you let me out, I'm going roaming.
Yup.
Do you
That's
let her
big-
free roam at all, or no? Too much stuff to knock over there?
No, she just knocked over some turtle food. That was about it. Trying to make her way into one of these racks she can't fit.
That's just I'm speechless. I get hesitant around these big snakes. I'm not comfortable with them. I don't got no experience with them.
I love those colors. Those colors are amazing. The blacks, the
Yeah, look at
yellows.
that belly.
Tommy, what's up, dude?
I have no problem picking a big snake.
I see. I'm
Sign me-
hesitant. I
you
can't
can
do it.
sign me up, coach. Sign me right up.
Can't do it.
How far
Too
are
scared.
you? Wanna come over?
They're in
How
Florida.
far am I?
Oh, dog,
Oh,
you're all the way down in Florida.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't.
man.
We're not allowed. It sucks.
You can't have retakes down there? I thought you could.
Nope.
I thought it was just Burmese you couldn't have down there.
I don't know. I seen somebody pull out a retake at the show. Last show we went to. But from my understanding, you can't have retakes. You can't have berms. I think African rock pythons.
Yeah.
And
See, that's what I
think-
thought that first one was. It kind of looked like a rock python to me.
I think that's it. It's more of the bigger species, really. I mean, you can still have boas, and we all know, there's some boas that get, 8, 10 foot, just not as girthy as, as a berm or a retic, but
You can have anacondas, right? I've seen some guys down there with some yellow anacondas.
I think there's still a law somehow you can get grandfathered in, but I don't know how that worked because, well, we all know what happened last year, that dude's collection. So,
Yep.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how, and he should have been, they said he should have been grandfathered in. So I don't really know how the grandfather law works.
Right? Some people will tell you, oh, that grandfather law is a bunch of BS, but
It works how they want it to work. It's worded to where they can do whatever they want, case by case, and get away with it. Just like what they did last year.
They're their own police. They say
Yeah.
what should come in and take control. Which those ones that they actually the accident that happened last year. There's a lot of them that weren't supposed to be touched or at all. And obviously, I think there
Right.
is. I'm sure money talks bullshit walks. So I'm sure if you got the right permits, you got to go through a bunch of bullshit FWC, a bunch of money. They might come over and check on your shit every week, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't looked in that far, but I know pretty much they don't want the retics and all the others.
There is
Chris?
a big USARK Florida meeting going on. It's a public hearing, Herp Society of Southwest Florida, and the commissioner for the first time from FWC is going to be speaking there because he's really been trying to work with USARK Florida. So they said it's
That's
supposed
good
to
to
be
hear.
like a really good turnout, and then everybody's invited to go to a restaurant afterwards if you want. They're going to announce it at the meeting where the restaurant is. So.
Oh, it's good that they're reaching out to the community, at least giving the community a chance.
I mean, it's a herp society, so they're big. There's
Right.
at least one in every state, just about. You just got to know where to look.
Right. Chris says he thinks that yellows. I don't know if you've seen this one. Yellows, yes, I believe, but thinks greens are not. Like that's allowed in Florida. I'm taking. So.
yeah, I see a lot of yellows in Florida. I haven't
Let me
seen
do some investigation.
But the breeder I used to buy my yellows off of, he told me last year that he's not allowed to have yellow anacondas or green anacondas anymore. But he has them as pets. But he doesn't, flash them around, letting everybody know that he still has them.
Right.
Right.
Used to breed them.
Makes sense. All the rules and regulations now they're trying to pack down on all of us. Kind of a bunch of BS, in my opinion, but we're doing the right thing. Why is it worried? Why is it worrisome? And they want to blame it all on us down here in Florida. Like we just let them loose, and that's the reason why. And that's definitely not, in my eyes or my opinion, that's not the reason why whatsoever.
I mean, from my understanding, a majority of that's loose down there in the Everglades got released into the public when that one hurricane hit down there. Like there was like 2 facilities that had over 500 snakes each in them that basically got demolished by water or whatever. And some of them snakes survive. They can swim. You know what I mean? They're pretty agile creatures. Right. So I mean, I think it's due to more natural disasters than people setting it loose.
Okay, I got the list.
That's my opinion.
Burmese or Indian pythons, reticulated pythons, green anaconda, northern African python, South African python.
That one.
Scrub pythons, Nile monitors, green iguanas, and tegus. Tegus is all species.
So you can't have yellow.
That's the only one that's all species is tegus. So you can't have a Nile monitor, but I can have an Asian water monitor that gets just as big as a Nile.
Right. So how many caiman and alligator do you have? You said you had both caiman and alligator. How many of each of those do you have?
I have 2 smooth front caimans and 3 alligators. I had 10 alligators at one time. But so you probably know, since you're from the area, how many people have been dumping alligators in the river?
In the Allegheny, yeah. Yep, I've heard of it. I mean, even when I was, I grew up there, like, I haven't really been in the area in like 20 years, like, daily. But even back 20 years ago, there was rumors of alligators being in the Allegheny, or the Mon, one of them, or the Yacht.
That was the joke, but now it's real.
Yeah, but now it's real. And, well, I mean, when Pennsylvania, you could go to these reptile shows and you could buy an alligator that's sitting in a bath, in one of them little swimming pools for $20. I mean, like, that shit happens.
Yep. Yeah, I got a decent amount of them out. Nate's Reptile Rescue.
All right.
Him, but
I've heard of it.
Between him and the Pittsburgh Zoo, they're not allowed to take in any type of relinquished pet. So I guess Game Commission was going to put them down, and instead of putting them down, they contacted me, and I'm like, I mean, I can keep them for a little while, but we're going to have to find out where we're going to, send them off to, because I can't feed 10 alligators.
Right. That's a lot.
3 of them is a lot, It's a lot of chicken. A lot of chicken wings. A lot of pellets. Pallets are more than the damn chicken wings.
Right. Well, I guess they're $100 now. Eric says they're not 20 no more. They're $100. Well,
they're
still,
roughly they're 100, 150 a piece. I think they're going for like 50 to 75 on the wholesale list. So that's about right. And it depends on who you talk to. You get these guys, they're like, "Oh, I'm selling a baby alligator for $300," and I'm like, "What?" They're only
right.
150. It is kind of crazy that in PA you don't need any licenses to purchase anything. I mean, you can go and get a Western Diamondback for $60, and half the time they don't even card you to be like, "Oh, you over the age of 18."
No, they just that's one thing that I don't like in Pennsylvania. Like, I don't know if you ever went to the Altoona show, but at the Altoona show, there are 3 or 4 people there that have hots, and you could just tell, like, they're trying to sell them to everyone. Like, I walked up there, not even really interested in buying, and they was trying to sell me like a fucking package deal with 3 or 4 of them, and I'm like, dude, I don't do hots. Yeah, they're like, oh, we'll sell you this one at price and then give you these 2 for $20 each, and then you can breed them yourself, 2 females and a male, and it's just like, holy shit. Dude, back the hell up. I ain't breeding these hots. Are you crazy? Like, I think they're pretty to look at, but that's it. I ain't messing with them. I have no experience whatsoever. I've never picked up a hot in my life, and you're trying to sell me 3. Get out of here. Turn around and walked away. Never went back in that room again.
And then, like, some are faster than other ones. Some are slow. You don't, Right.
You got to really do your research, and I feel to have hots, you should at least have like a class, or maybe work with another breeder that shows you how to handle them. How's it going, Mariah? Thanks for coming in. Something, you know what I mean? Not just, hey, here, you want to deal with these, You want a cobra? We can get you a cobra. I mean, it's just like, no, I don't want none of that shit, dude.
Yeah, they definitely should have something in place that doesn't screw other people over, that actually take care of them.
Exactly. Just, I mean, I think a simple, like, class that the government could charge money to teach, you know what I mean? People to handle these things and get a permit. Like, the government can make money off it. It's so easy. Do it on the hots, not everything.
I had to take a class to get my hunting license. I had to take a class to get my, oh, you're okay with the gun. Oh, you're okay with the bow. Okay, here's your license, Like, I mean, shit, you got to pay for a fishing license just to hold a fishing pole. You can't even go fishing to feed yourself anymore without paying somebody.
Right. I've never seen anyone free handling a hot at a show, but that's just asking for a problem. I mean, with all that commotion, and you have a hot snake in your hand, like, they don't like movement. They don't like commotion. Like, I've never seen it, but I wouldn't doubt it.
I like the thrill, but that's a little bit too much thrill, you know?
Right?
I mean, I had a Western Diamondback years ago, and I had it because I wanted it at the time. I was like, oh, this is cool. But then I got into a group of people that actually bred hots and used it for, good reasons with research, milking them. And, went down that road, learned on how to milk a snake and how to properly handle a hot snake. And honestly, after doing all that, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have had this.
I mean, at least you went out and you were sensible about it. You went out and tried to learn about it before you got any of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy in Pennsylvania that you can just buy a copperhead or a rattlesnake or a gabon, whatever kind of hot you want.
I can go and get a coral snake right now if I really wanted to,
And them things are quick as shit and poisonous as fuck.
Gaboon viper, another deadly one.
Yeah.
I can go to the show and get them for $100 a pop. Rhinoceros ones, they're like 200. I mean, a little bit more, but
They're really cool.
To kill you is cheap in PA. I mean, I'm surprised there's not more people buying these things and killing their ex-wives.
Setting loose in their house.
Yeah.
Just put it in the bag.
Put it in their pill.
I'm a Cobra Bright,
Put it in her pillowcase. It just got loose. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Well, what? He's probably about like 20 minutes from me, Coriopolis, PA. I don't know if you heard, there was over 300 venomous snakes, and the owner of the snakes got bit because of the buddy that was sleeping over accidentally let one out, supposedly. That's how he died.
Wow.
I heard of a big, was this last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the same one that I'm thinking about, but I never heard the results. I just heard that the guy died from it, and I never heard how or what, how it happened.
Yeah, supposedly the buddy accidentally let something out. Don't know what it was, but...
Wasn't it a mamba? Wasn't it a black mamba?
It might have been.
Wow.
But the guy that was the buddy was trying to sue the friend that died.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but...
That sounds like a Pittsburgh thing to do.
Right?
I tell you, from growing up in that area... Hey, Casey, God knows this. From growing up in that area just south of Pittsburgh and then moving up here, that whole area is Sioux happy. My uncle and his buddy used to go in the grocery store, knock over a jar of pickles, come around, slip on it, and get $5,000 from the store. You ain't doing that shit up here. They'll tell you to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
They did an ice cream truck scandal one time and got 10 grand out of it. I don't know. I was a little kid, but they was always fooling up some kind of scheme suing someone. What's up, Jay? How you been, you cool mofo? Yeah, but I do. I mean, I'll probably catch flack for this from someone, but I do think Pennsylvania kind of needs to have some things in place with some kind of regulations, at least on these hots. They put a regulation on something like a ball python. That's just ridiculous.
What up, DJ?
What up, DJ? But the hots, yeah, there has to be something in place. I'm surprised not more people die in PA for that stuff because, say if you have a black mamba, if you don't milk it and provide antivenom, they ain't gonna have it. You're basically gonna die. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna be at their hospital just waiting for you. They don't have it.
Nope.
The only venom I always liked handling was cobras. Because if it was a little bit, colder in the room and you pull one of them out, they're already in that chill mode of not, wanting to flee out.
Right.
Until they start to warm up a little bit.
They get more docile, right?
Yeah.
A lot of reptiles are like that.
Yeah, that's like when you go to these shows and they're like, "Oh, I got a very docile tegu." Meanwhile, a wild caught from Florida. It comes,
Right.
and then once it warms up when they get home, they're like, "Oh my God, I almost ripped my finger off."
That thing's crazy.
Well, it's because it was cold at the show.
Right.
Once it warmed up the temperature, it was like, "Oh yeah, here we go."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tyler Nolan makes everything look easy, but that guy's trained for years with it, And I'm not saying you have to be Tyler Nolan trained on hot stone, but you should have to do something.
Hey, just remember when you see that on his hand, you see how I'm holding it? Just remember that one that's missing came from his Cobra.
Yep, took his finger.
That's a fact. We got shirts made that says "Stay in your lane" with his hand on it like that, bro. That we got from him in Daytona.
Stay in your lane. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
I haven't met him yet.
Yeah, he's a cool cat, man. He's definitely cool.
I met Chandler once.
No, he got bit last year across seas or whatever, and he kind of backed off with it. But that guy still did some amazing stuff with him for sure.
Yeah. I can just watch the whole process. Like when they milk it, the venom gets dried out. Then they actually inject that in small amounts into a horse. And then they take the blood from the horse and get the antibodies from the horse and give it to us. And I was like, get the fuck out. And
wow, that's crazy.
Let the horse have the venom.
We're on the 85. What up, Kurt?
What up, Kurt?
And they pull it out. Then they pull the blood out of the horse. But yeah.
Yeah.
For the whole year.
I seen that little video you popped up. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty nutty when I saw that. I was like, what in the world? That's cool.
That pump and that pressure cooker remind me of
Right.
When I seen that, I was like, what the hell they did? Man, hold up a minute. Hold on.
Chicken dab.
Yeah. All right. I was like, man, but then they freeze it, so I get it. Yep.
Turn into a powder. I thought that was pretty cool. Blew my mind. I was like, that's actually pretty neat.
The thing is to
the venom and dilute it and give it to us, but they don't. They give it to a horse and let the horse have that for a year, and then they take the antibodies from the horse and give it to us. And I was like, that's pretty wicked.
A lot of people too that have HOTS. If you're gonna have HOTS, I would definitely suggest that you look at your local hospital before you get it and make sure they have antivenom. And that's a lot of people's mistakes. They don't. Or again, in the case like you were saying before, the man was sleeping and obviously got bit in the middle of in the night, and who knows? He could have rolled over and maybe that's how it bit him. You know what I mean? Or I don't know.
All right. No, you play with fire every once in a while, you get burned.
I mean, bigger guys that deal with it all the time, I'm sure they have a refrigerator with antivenom right in it. I mean, you'd have to be foolish if you got a lot of them not to. I mean,
right.
Just me personally, I'm gonna have a refrigerator with it over there. You know what I mean?
Yep, just in case.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's either that or make sure your local hospital definitely has it.
Definitely make sure.
Yeah, it can put you into shock. I mean,
don't play with it.
Anything can happen.
Experience before you make this decision. That's how I feel about it. Just don't play with it at all. Get you some experience before you make that decision. I'm not really playing with death like that. It's not my cup of tea. I watch from afar.
Natural tolerance, but how do you do that? Inject yourself with a little bit of venom?
There is a guy that's already doing that.
Yeah. It's the same thing as like an allergy. Like over in England, we don't do it in the United States, but over in the United Kingdom, say if you got a peanut allergy, what they'll do is like they'll give you a crumb of a peanut and tell you to eat this crumb. And the next day you eat 2 crumbs. And the next day you eat 3 crumbs. And you keep getting yourself built up to that allergy.
What's up, Stephen and Courtney?
Yeah, and then you come to a point to where you're eating a handful of peanuts and it's not bothering you because you just build it up. I don't know if it increases daily, maybe it's weekly, maybe it's monthly, but they definitely do that over there in the United Kingdom. I watched a whole documentary on it one day. What's up, Morphally?
There's plenty of stuff that I believe ain't got.
What's up, Brian?
Brian?
Well, we're about at that hour mark. We're going to start ending the show here. James, you got anything else you want to say out there to the people?
I got one more reptile I'd like to show that.
Sure.
Yeah, break it up. Break it up.
Something cool. His name's Charizard.
Charizard.
Right, break it up. Break it up.
He's a Pokemon.
We want to see Charizard for sure.
All right. It's a Jurrasic.
Oh, see, you got me there.
Oh,
I love
Jurrasic one. That's a nice color.
Yeah, look at that. Her belly isn't as
That's one of the things I'd really like to get into.
They lay a bunch of eggs. A bunch.
Yeah, look at that tail though.
That's wicked.
That is awesome.
Pretty one. That's a very pretty one.
This right here is why I like to invite different people on, so to see the different animals. And right there,
Look,
that's just cool.
See that? She don't even bite.
That's sweet.
That's awesome.
I think they're cooler than.
I like how she got almost that tagger pattern on her. That's
Me
pretty
too.
Cool.
Oh, back here.
So that's a female.
Yeah.
So with the Jurrasics, how do you tell the male and female? Do you have to probe them, or do they have pores like dragons?
Awesome, Casey. I'll hit you up.
You can. I haven't looked at the pores, but this one was probed by the breeder.
Okay.
It's a section.
I call them turtles without a shell. That's what they like.
Yep, that head right there, huh?
Yep. So I tell everybody when I see it's a turtle without a shell.
There we go.
But they require a lot more higher temperatures too than the
really high heat.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
high.
I got this one at about 100, 110.
Yep.
And I've had this one for a year and a half now.
Neat.
That was gorgeous.
Sometimes he or she won't eat. Sometimes, like a ball python. If, for instance, like she might go a couple weeks without eating and I get nervous, but she usually powers down a bunch of insects and she loves
Ben has got a question there for you. She wants to know what the
Husbandry.
Thank you. The tongue tied there.
Set up.
Yeah, like what's the temperatures on the hot side? Is there supposed to be a hot and cool side?
Yeah, so I got the hot side about 110 degrees, and the cool side's probably about 80 degrees because the rest of the room is heated at 80 degrees. It's probably what I'm sweating right now.
So the cool side is pretty much the ambient temperature of the room then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roughly, and my ambient temperature in this room fluctuates around 80 to 90 on the one side of the room. The rest of the room's about 80 to 85. And that's where I keep stuff like this and my ball pythons, the retics, anything that likes it hotter.
Well, Jurrasics also eat just not only the bugs, but eat the vegetables as well, don't they?
Yep.
That's what I think.
For some reason, she don't always eat vegetables, but she'll eat lettuce all the time.
Nice.
PY said they heard they're toxic to bearded dragons.
What, these guys?
Yeah. Is that true or?
Honestly, I have no idea about that.
Okay.
Like, if you kept one in the same enclosure.
I mean, I don't know if they're meaning in the same enclosure, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I have 2 bearded dragons myself, and I don't know if, they never told me anything about them. But
okay, Casey answered it. She said yes.
Huh.
All right, so if I put this in with my bearded dragons, that wouldn't be good. I wouldn't do that, but I mean, that's...
I just watched a show from, what are they called? Reptiles and Research. It was an episode of like their bigger lizards. And they had Jurrasics in like a community. Now this is like Lex? A big, hey Lex, this is like a big enclosure, like a whole room enclosure that they have like set up like a desert with hot temperatures. And then Like they even like turn a spring on that runs through every once in a while. But they had Jurrasics, bearded dragons, and I think there's another type of lizard too. I can't remember. I think it was it wasn't a rhino iguana.
Amiga or Mia or whatever it's called.
It was a little bit bigger than the Jurrasics because it says they said it's dominant in that enclosure because it's the biggest one that they have, like the biggest breed of lizard they have in there.
Sounds like Jurassic Park.
They had 3 or 4 different types of lizards in there, and it was all communicable, and they really had no issues with them fighting.
That's funny, Casey, because my buddy that has his Jurrasic, he gives his lentils all the time. I remember him coming over and telling me that's one of the main things he likes to give his is lentils.
Look at that face.
You give yours lentils, James?
What's that?
You give your Jurrasic lentils or no?
No, I don't.
Casey said you could soak them and then give them to him, I guess.
No,
That's cool.
Banner, that's the enclosure right behind him. How big's that enclosure, James?
That's like a 40-gallon breeder.
Okay.
One of them. Let me see if I can get in there.
Got the double door in the front?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it looks like, 40-gallon breeder.
You got a little rock cave. Is that where the heat's at in the rock cave? Or is that the school side?
That's
All
the hot side. I have a dual ceramic heater, and then there's a heat pad behind here.
All right. Sweet.
I don't really like these enclosures, but for something like this,
It's simple. It's easy for them. Good. It looks hella good.
Heck yeah, well, that was awesome.
That's part of your money.
You read that right there, James? So pretty much what you're doing is you're just sprouting the lentils.
I muted it.
No, you're
Yeah.
good.
You're good. We hear you.
Go back.
Darn.
Maybe he can't hear us.
Can you hear us?
We can hear him. Uh-oh, what did he do?
There we go.
You can hear
Yeah,
us
we
now?
got you.
Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Got you now. Lost you.
All good, all good. We can hear you the whole time, but I guess you just couldn't hear us. What's up, Bud Chronicles? Christina Payne?
What up?
No, we're a little over an hour, and we're gonna get this show on the road. But we always like to have like a final thought. And James, you showed us your final thought. That was a good final thought. That thing was badass. Love your Jurrasics. Justin, what you got for us, buddy?
Like I always say, everybody keep your head up. All the little obstacles out there, just speed bumps in the road. Just keep on trucking. Keep on going.
Hell yeah. Brother Stan.
You know me. If you ain't a U.S. ARC member, I don't know what y'all doing.
What are you doing?
Become one today, man. Strength in numbers. We need everybody. That goes for U.S. ARC Florida, too. You can become a member for free.
Yeah, there's free memberships.
Member. I mean, U.S. ARC membership is better if you're a paid member. You get a T-shirt. You get the notices all the time, but they help us fight for what rights we have. So I do appreciate all the work they put in. James, I appreciate you coming out tonight, man. Awesome animals you have.
Nice to meet you guys.
Everybody in chat, I appreciate everybody that came out and chat tonight. 100%. Brother Justin, I always appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely. You already know.
And you as well, Brother Ken.
Always.
Always.
All right, well, shout out to our sponsors. We got Static Morphs and Eddie. Threw up a little sponsorship to us. We got some things cooking behind the scenes, and of course it's your boy Steve from Area Reptiles Area. Steve, love that guy. Good energy. He's had a death in the family. That's why he hasn't been around. He's been dealing with things that we talk.
Reach me on my IG.
He'll be around. He'll be back.
TY is the same IG as you see on here. See a Serpent's Morse on IG.
Right on. But he'll be back around. You know, he's just dealing with some family stuff. But don't be a dick, no one. Just be kind to people. Stop being a dick. We're better together, stronger together. That's about it. Thursday, where are we at Thursday? We on Vance's channel Thursday?
Yes, sir. We on Vance's channel. RWO Thursday night, 9 o'clock. We'll be on Blue Zombie Morphs channel over on YouTube. So if you guys want to come hang out and shoot the breeze with us and ask some questions, be happy to see everybody come out.
Heck yeah, until next week. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
See you guys.